and find a comfortable seat. If you want to have a cushion underneath you, then please do. Perhaps, you know, I advise to perhaps have a little bit more height this evening, just beneath you, just to allow your muscles to sort of soften a little bit. It means that we're not trying so hard to sit up tall. Our spine can do it a little bit easier when our hips are lifted. So just come to a comfortable seat. So you can be cross-legged. I've got one foot in towards my groin and then the other one slightly out afterwards. Just allows my knees to sort of drop down more out to the side. But wherever you're comfortable, just arrive, and as always, just settle in. So don't feel the need to do anything here. Just become aware of the body, the position of the body. So notice how the alignment is through the spine. And again, you don't need to change that. Just become aware, first of all, of how you sit in this position. Relaxing through the shoulders. And just see if you can find some softness in this pose. Dedicating this time to yourself to just feel the body, feel the breath move through the body, and allowing you that time, that space to just notice the body in all its glory, in those places that perhaps feel a little bit more tense. It's amazing how when we send that focus to those areas that perhaps still gripping, still holding on, how they can just naturally soften. Just take a couple more conscious breaths here. And when we start to focus on the breath, it's amazing how it starts to just lengthen and slow down a little on its own. Again, no need to feel like you have to do anything. Just feel this position, how the breath feels, how the body feels, and also how the mind feels when you just come to some stillness. Keeping the eyes closed, just turn the left palm, if it's not already, to face up on top of your thigh so that the back of that left hand is against the thigh. Keep your right palm on the right thigh. And again, just start to take some deeper breaths now. Breathing in through the whole length of the spine, all the way from the base, from the root, all the way up to the crown of the head. This left palm almost signaling for that energy to come into the body. And that right hand keeping you grounded, keeping you rooted. It's like that full circle, that full connection. So you can visualize that you're breathing that breath in through that left palm, taking it all the way up through the left arm, into the crown of the head, and then slowly going down the right side, the right shoulder, the right arm, into that right palm, that root. And that cycle just continues. Take another breath. On your next exhale, just flip the left palm back down. Both palms are resting on the thighs. Dropping chin towards your chest, keeping the length through the spine. Breathing all the way through the spine into the back of the neck. Notice if there's any tension here at all. Using the breath to soften. On an inhale, you're gently going to roll the right ear to the right shoulder, so almost like a circle or semicircle. Just drawing it across the right shoulder, remains down, so try not to lift that right shoulder up towards the ear. And then dropping the chin to the chest and rolling through the other side. Notice if there's any tight areas, and just keep repeating that. Exhale, chin to chest, rolling the neck to one side, back through center and to the other. And continue. The next time your chin is towards your chest, just keep it there. Take a breath. And on your next inhale, slowly lifting the chin up towards the ceiling. So we don't have to bring the head, the neck all the way back. Just feel that stretch in the throat, the front. Exhale, chin to chest. 2 more of these. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling, chin to chest. Last one. Inhale the head back to center. From here you can keep the eyes closed. From now we're just going to turn the head towards the left shoulder. So just go as far as you can. Back to center. And then take the gaze towards the right shoulder. So you're just gently moving from side to side, stretching through the neck. Keeping that length through the spine. Just noticing any tension. If you want to pause and take a breath on one side, then do. And then slowly come back through center. Gently opening your eyes when you're ready. And we're just going to start to do some shoulder circles here. So rolling back and forwards. Hands just gently on the thighs. Allow the hands to move with the shoulder roll. And then reverse, go the other way. So back and then forward. So just trying to release any tension in the shoulders. So perhaps we've been on phones or laptops and things more than usual, especially if you're working from home or gardening, all those things using these muscles. So just finding a way to ease them. Bringing the fingertips now to rest on the shoulders. So it's almost like you can feel the top of the bone here. Just rest your fingers there. We're going to start to do some circles with the elbows. So bringing the elbows forward, maybe the elbows can touch in front of you. You're then going to lift the elbows up. The elbows start to come back. Maybe the hands touch, the back of the hands touch as they come up, maybe not. Just get some circles in here. Go as big as you can, really rolling through those shoulders. Notice any areas that feel tight. Don't forget to breathe. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Reverse, go the other way so the elbows come back Hands perhaps touch behind you, elbows touch in front and then back round. So we're really trying to invite this movement in, stretching through. It's amazing how tight the shoulders can be, but also how just by doing some circles you can release them. Already the shoulders might feel a little bit achy, and then gently just take the fingers away and just shake the hands off. Bring the left hand to rest on your left thigh, bring your right fingertips back to your right shoulder. You're now just going to create some circles with that shoulder. So just moving the elbow forward and back, just get some movement. Inhaling and exhaling. Switch, go back the other way. You can switch the cross of the legs if you need to. And then release right palm down to the right thigh. And then repeat on the left side. So left fingertips come into the left shoulder. And again, just start to get some circles. You can go as big or as small as you want to. Just noticing how this is. Really invite that deep breath in. You can even close your eyes here. Deep, conscious breath. Reverse. And then slowly release. Shake off that left hand. Bring the left hand to rest on the thigh. And then bring your right hand just to your shoulder, to the opposite shoulder. So your right hand comes across onto the left side here. And just start to give yourself a little bit of a massage. So I've got my fingers here into the top of that shoulder blade, that trapezius muscle. So you can start to do some circles, or maybe just pushing the fingers from by the neck all the way down to that shoulder, and then work your way back. So just really getting some nice pressure, nice bit of a massage here. If you manage to come to the retreat, apologies for those who couldn't get on, we did a little bit of a self-massage. So from here, maybe you start to bring the hands towards the front and just massage across the top of the chest into the pectoralis muscle. Okay, so especially if we've been using our arms a lot, it's amazing how tight it can become. And then shake off again, and we'll repeat on the other side. So left hand comes across, just giving your shoulder a really nice massage. So the next best thing, if you can't come to see me for a massage or your other therapists, just giving yourself a little bit of attention, a little bit of a rub on these shoulders. We hold so much tension here. And then bringing the hand across to the chest, and again, just do some circles across that collarbone, just below where the muscles can become tight. And from here, we're going to come to lie down. So sat on a cushion, move it out of the way, and then come to lie on your back. And you can keep your knees bent here if you want to, or if you feel like you want to stretch out with your knees, then do. Just bring your hands down by your side. Hopefully you've got a little bit of space here to move your hands. If not, we're going to start to move the hands in circles, just stretching up. But if you don't have the space to do this, you can lift the arms straight up and back behind you. Okay, so they do use different muscles, but we're just trying to ease off through the shoulders just a little bit more. So hands by your side. Again, maybe palms facing up. Decide what works in the shoulders. On an inhale, just start to sweep the arms out left to right, or again up towards the ceiling. Notice God, I definitely feel that in my left side. And then exhale, just bring the arms back down. Just taking the stretch here. Inhale again. Maybe pausing. Take a breath. And exhale, moving the arms back. 3 more with your breath. Again, feel free, close your eyes. Really settle in here. One more. Exhale, hands come back by your side. From here, we're going to do alternate arms. This time the arms are coming up above the head. And then as the hand comes back down, we'll switch and the other arm will go up. Okay, so we'll start with left hand. So left hand reaches behind you, right hand by your side. And then start to move both hands so they almost cross over midpoint and then reaching the right arm behind. Just keep that going. Just moving through the arms. Can you find that awareness in the lower back in this position? That's only if your legs are bent. If your legs are out straight, you will have that natural curve in your back. So do one more here. And then from here, bring your right arm up above your head, your left arm down, and bring your left leg long. So bend your knees for me first of all, bringing your feet on the ground. Send your left leg long, so it's the opposite leg to what is reaching behind. So left leg, right arm. Inhale, left arm comes up, left foot comes up, and then you stretch the right foot away, left arm's up behind you. Inhale, so you're getting a bit of movement here. You're bending and straightening through the opposite leg and switching through the arms at the same time. So it's almost like walking, but lying down. So really enjoy that stretch. Feel free to pause. You don't have to move fast here. You can take it slow. So we're extending through one leg and the opposite arm, and then bringing that foot back to the ground, moving the other arm and leg out. So you're just getting that opposite stretch. 2 more on each side. And last one. And then from here, reach both arms up behind you, send both feet away so you're taking full length, full stretch here. Arms reaching up, point the toes away from you. Really stretching, and then exhale, soften. Slowly bring the hands back down by your side. Bring the knees in towards the chest, hands on top of the knees. So my palms are on the knees, my fingers are pointing down towards the shins. And just start to get a couple of circles here with the knees, massaging the lower back. You can go one way or the other. You can start to open the knees, get some circles here if you want to. Inhaling away, exhaling as the knees come in towards you. Just a couple more cycles of breath here, just starting to get some movement in. Anything that feels good here. And then bringing the knees back up to central, to neutral position. Bring your arms out left to right at shoulder height, palms facing down. Inhale here, exhale, allow your leg to go to the left and your head to go to the right. So maybe your legs come down to the ground. If they do, when you arrive there, soften. Take a breath. Inhale, legs and head back to center. Exhale, going towards the other side. Take a breath here. Inhale, back to center. This time, we're just going to switch from side to side. So allow the knees to just sort of touch one side if they do. Then come back up through center with the head and neck. And then take them to the opposite side. So you're really starting to get some movement in through the spine, through the hips. Really good twist for the body, for the digestive system. And a nice little massage for the lower back, for the glutes. Do one more each side. And then coming back up to center. Hugging the knees in, maybe wrapping the hands around the knees and just lifting the head gently up towards the knees. Relaxing through the shoulders. Exhale, release the head. Release the feet to the ground. So we're going to roll over onto our side and then come up onto all fours. From here, straight away, we're going to come into an extended child's pose. So nothing too strenuous this evening at all. So just, again, feel free if you need some cushions below the thighs and on top of the calves, then do, just to allow those hips to sink back. Really reaching with the hands. And then try to soften. So you can bring the forearms down to the ground. Maybe the forehead kisses the earth. Just take a couple of breaths here. Really feeling that breath in the back of the body. This is where that expansion comes in that I mentioned quite a lot. Really feel those ribs expand with the breath. You can even bring your hands to rest on your ribs here so you can really feel that breath. That width, that space. Take one more breath here. And then from here, we're going to inhale all the way up. Keep the knees wide. You can keep the toes touching as well if you want, or you can bring the feet parallel. It's entirely up to you. We're going to inhale into our cow pose. So this will feel quite different to when we do it on all fours with the knees underneath the hips. Exhale, rounding through, tailbone tucks under. Keeping those hips wide, chin to chest. Inhale again into our cow pose. Exhale, chin to chest, gently clawing through those fingertips, taking the pressure off the wrists. Inhale again. Exhale through. I want you to do 2 more of these, moving with your breath. When you're ready, inhale back to that neutral position. Walk your knees in underneath the hips. Maybe walk the knees back a little bit and walk the hands forward. And we're just going to slowly lower the hips down. Elbows come behind you, so the elbows tuck in. They start to reach back as you lower all the way down onto your tummy. Bringing the forehead down onto your mat. Hands either underneath the shoulders, but preferably just a little bit further back towards the ribs. Anchor down through the top of the feet. Notice your pelvis. So quite often I end up being quite sort of relaxed, which is fine, but can you push down through your pelvis? Have that connection. It's very different when you push your pelvis in and the top of the feet. Exhale, release the pelvis. Just notice what happens in the back, in the glutes when we do that. Again, exhale, push down through the pelvis, engage, so we're looking after the lower back, keeping the chin tucked in, start to push up through your hands, and decide how far you want to come up with your chest, keeping the gaze down towards the mat, and then open up through the chest, through the head, lifting the gaze. Take a breath. Exhale, release. This time, bringing the arms forward in front of the face. So they're still shoulder distance apart, but they're further forward than the shoulders. Inhale again, tuck the chin into the chest, push down through the pelvis and the top of the feet, push your hands away, maybe the arms straighten here, coming into a cobra variation. If this is too much, bend the elbows and just lower back down slightly. So don't feel like you have to have straight arms here. Really nice stretch for the front of the body, into the tummy area. Exhale, release. Come back down, bring the hands underneath the forehead, resting your head on top of the hands. You can shake the hips left to right. You can do it slowly, or you can pick up the pace if you want to. Coming into like our crocodile pose. So just take a few moments here and then come to stillness. Allow the heels of your feet to drop out to the sides. So the toes end up in towards the center and the heels drop out. Just a little rotation through the hips. Just notice how this feels. Okay, from here, I want you to send your left arm out at shoulder height. Keeping your left hand on the ground, so don't feel like, if shoulder height feels too restricted in a moment, I'll show you what we're going to do. If your left hand is reaching out, palm facing down, you bend your right knee, so your foot sort of comes up towards the ceiling or towards your bottom, and then you use your right hand on the right side just to help roll you over, and just pause here, getting a stretch into that shoulder again. You'll feel whether the arm is in the right position, so maybe you need it further down. It's getting a stretch into this shoulder. So we bend that right leg, the opposite leg to the hand that's out towards the side. Use the other hand to push yourself over, so perhaps your foot will come down to the ground. You don't have to roll far, it's just there for that support. Breathe into that shoulder. Take a breath. So for some, this can be really, really intense. If you haven't come this far and you're just here, that's fine. Just getting a stretch into the front, into these pectoralis muscles, into the back of the body. But basically opening the heart center. And the heart center is really important. So when we try and shield ourselves, it's amazing how our shoulders start to round forward to protect ourselves. And when we open up through the heart center, it's when we start to invite that love and abundance in. Take one more breath here. Exhale, slowly make your way back. And we're going to go to the other side. So right hand, so I'm just sort my hair out. Right hand comes out now. Left hand can sort of just be placed by your shoulder to help you roll over. Left leg starts to bend, and then just start to roll yourself over. So this left hand is just supporting. Nice little twist for the spine, but also into that shoulder. So decide whether you want a bit more or less. Amazing how repositioning that arm, that right arm, the arm that's underneath, how it can change the stretch, make it a little bit stronger. Take a full breath here. Breathing into that shoulder space. Exhale, gently rolling back. Bring both hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale again into a cobra. Maybe you don't come as high. Exhale, rolling back down. Inhale, just pushing all the way up onto your knees, and then taking the knees out wide again, big toes to touch. Coming into another twist, focusing on the shoulders. Right hand can stay sort of in the center but away. So my right hand is towards the right a little bit, but more in the center, and I could take up a bit more space here. Left hand, reach that left arm up out to the side. Feel that stretch, maybe pause here. Navel draws in. Exhale, we're going to thread that left hand all the way under, resting on that left shoulder, left ear. Just pause here. Hips are high, knees are on the ground. Using this right arm on the floor to support. You can always bring that right arm to wrap around you as well if you want to, just to open up through the chest a bit more. Take another breath here. Exhale, release, right hand onto the floor if it's not already, pushing yourself back up. Inhale, take a moment to lift that left arm back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left hand comes down to the floor. Readjust if you need to, and we're just going to go on to the other side. So push away with that left hand. Again, not building lots of strength here, trying to find a little bit of softness, that's sukha. And then inhale, take the right arm up. Exhale, right arm comes back through center, threads through behind that left arm, really reaching with that right arm. And then bring in right shoulder, right ear, side of the head towards the ground again. From here, you can bring that left arm up if you want to towards the ceiling, maybe wrapping it round. And taking a bind here if you want to. Just opening up through the shoulders, so it can just be resting on your lower back. Breathing here. That next breath, can you find a way to soften? There will be places that you're holding. Left hand comes back down to the earth, pushing up. Reach that right arm back out towards the side. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. From here, just bringing the knees together. Again, if you need to put a blanket underneath the thighs, in between the thighs and the calves, do, and just come up to a kneeling position. If this isn't comfortable at all, okay, so I know that some of us can have really niggly knees. Come to sit cross-legged. Okay, that's absolutely fine as well. So from here, just close your eyes. Hands on top of the thighs. Maybe bring in left hand facing up, palm face up, and bring your right hand to rest on top. Relax through the shoulders. Even bring the thumbs to touch here in this mudra. Giving yourself space to breathe. Always think of it as a reset button to recalibrate. Always good to pause and take stock. Relaxing through the face, through the shoulders. Gently bringing the right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Left hand, sorry, comes behind you and roll the shoulder back. Take a full breath. Navel draws in. And exhaling. Just switch to the other side. Left hand, right knee, right arm behind you. Just open up through your chest. Creating that space, mind and body. Exhale, coming back through center. Pause. Inhale, maybe shrug those shoulders all the way up towards the ears. Exhale, drop them away. Coming forward, back onto all fours. So wherever you are, make your way back here. Just going to do some hip circles. So just stretching through the hips and knees can be wide. Inhaling, coming forward with the hips. Exhaling, coming back. And then take it the other way. So just getting some movement in here. My hips are clicking tonight. I think it's my hips anyway. And then coming back through center. From here, just sending the hips back as far as they'll go. Just look forward towards the front of your mat. And then with intention, but softly, okay, I want you to start to pull your body back up to that all fours position, moving really slow. Your arms possibly might even shake here as you move through. Realign the knees underneath the hips. And then we're simply just going to step this left foot forwards. So bringing that left foot forward. And again, as always, just get some movement in here. Start to stretch through. There's no right or wrong here. It's just what feels good for you. What feels right in this moment. And then from here, just bring the left hand on the inside of that left foot. Walk the left foot out. Maybe you can bring both palms to the floor. Just take a moment here. You can turn the left toes out if you want to. Nothing too strenuous. Just feel that stretch. Take a breath. Roll those shoulders back. Open through the chest. Exhale. Just walk that foot back in. And then bring yourself up onto the top of your thigh. So the left foot is still forward, right foot is back. Both hands on the thigh. Push away slightly. Navel draws in. Relax through the shoulders. Keeping the left hand on the left thigh. Just reach the right hand up. Exhale, start to stretch over towards the left. And I want you to imagine that you're tucking your tailbone under here, or do tuck your tailbone under, and you push your hips forward slightly. Get a really good stretch in the front of this right leg into the hip, into the tummy area, into that psoas muscle. Just really stretching here. Try and relax through the left shoulder, through the face. Find softness. We don't have to be really tense here. And the breath is always there to help, to assist. Inhale, coming back up. Hands come down to the floor. And just stretch back now, lifting the left toes towards your face, folding over that left leg. And then rolling back and place that left knee back in line with the right. And we're just going to repeat on the other side. So right leg comes forward. Just get some movement in here first of all. You can rock forward and back. You can move side to side, just looking after that knee. So wherever that foot goes, the knee goes with it, okay? And then coming forward, walk that right foot out a little bit, so it's a little bit wider. Bring your right hand on the inside. Maybe you're on the fingertips here. Start to drop the pelvis down. Maybe you can lower the palms to the floor, roll the shoulders back. If you want to take it further and bring the forearms down, you can. But this evening, I'm going to stay up a little bit higher, just stretching through, opening up through the shoulders, taking a breath. We're really stretching into this left leg, the inner thigh. Exhale, slowly shift back, walk that right foot back in line with the hips, and then from here, inhale, come back up, bring your hands to rest on top of that right thigh, just push yourself up slightly and arrive here. Right hand rests on this right thigh, relax through the shoulders, inhale, start to reach through that left arm, take that length, and then exhale, keeping the hips where they are, the arm, the upper body starts to stretch over again. Drop those hips forward or push the hips forward, tailbone tucks under, getting a stretch in that left side, that left psoas muscle. Again, soften through the shoulders, really find that sukha, that ease. One more breath. Exhale, coming back up, bringing the hands down to the floor, and then just shift back with that right, with the hips, so you can bring the right toes up towards the face, then gently folding over that right leg. Take a breath, breathing. Notice if you've dropped the hips towards the left, can you bring the hips back to center? And then rolling forwards. From here, bringing that right knee back. Hands come placed underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, drop the tummy forward into our cow. And this time we're going to exhale, shift all the way back into a child's pose. So maybe even painting the floor with your hands, allowing the top of the hands to be placed, bringing your head down to the floor. And here we will take a couple of breaths. Inhale, slowly rolling up. Spin the legs to one side. And then just coming onto the center of your mat. Keep your right foot in towards your left thigh, left leg goes out. We're just coming into our head to knee pose. Feel free, you can either take the arms all the way up for that length, or maybe this evening you just allow yourself to fold here. It's entirely up to you. I quite like having that length first, a bit like a yawn, a morning stretch, and then folding over the left leg towards the foot with the hands, or resting on the shin, the side of the knee. Take a breath. Reaching and softening. Inhaling slowly, walking the hands up, keeping the legs where they are. Just bring your right hand to the left thigh, left hand behind you, and again, just taking a twist this side. Exhale to come back and just switch and take the twist to the other side. Exhale to come back. Switch legs, send the right leg out, left foot in towards the thigh. Get yourself situated first of all. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. And on an exhale, we're going to fold over that right leg. Take a moment here. Can you create a little bit more length with that in-breath? Can you soften and perhaps fold a little bit more with that out-breath? On your next inhale, slowly rolling up. This time just sending both legs out. Taking the legs as wide as you can, as comfortably as you can here, and then just slowly walk those hands forward. Place the hands wherever is comfortable. You might still be here on the fingertips. It really depends on the hips, okay, and how tight the inner thighs are. And then come down into a fold here. Flex through the feet, or you can be soft here. It's entirely up to you. Inhale, slowly make your way back up. Slowly bring the feet in together now, soles to touch. Just briefly, I'm just going to gently butterfly those legs just to release off. And then from here, we're going to come down to lie down. So feel free, we're going to come down onto our backs. If you want a blanket in a moment or a cushion, making sure it's by your side. Bringing your feet to the floor, your hands by your side. We're going to come into bridge pose. Okay, we're going to move through it 5 times with your breath. Okay, so in a moment when we start, just lifting the hips on that inhale and exhaling, coming down. If you want to hold bridge for those 5 breaths, then you can. Okay. The choice is yours. Again, always finding that awareness with the lower back first on the ground by tilting the pelvis up. And then when you're ready on your next inhale, you can start to lift up through the hips. Move with your breath. When you've done your 5 bridges, gently bring the knees in towards the chest. And then slowly coming into your relaxation. Again, this evening at the end of the video, I'll just end the session so you can stay in Shavasana if you want to. So from here, just get comfortable. Do whatever you need to first of all. So it might be that you need to just windshield those wipers, the legs left to right, okay? Just to release off. Or perhaps you're ready and you're already there with pillows and bolsters and ready to just be. And if that's the case, enjoy, arrive. Notice your body. In any position here that is comfortable to you. settle down. Lean in a little closer to yourself, to your breath. I'm just going to read you another little passage by Dharma Falls. So remain where you are, just taking a couple of breaths. Really settle in, a connection with the earth. This is one of my favourite readings. It's called Just for Now. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you, and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are. So fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant. Just for now. And here we have 5 moments of stillness, 5 minutes, sorry, of stillness, of silence. Take the deepest, most buoyant breath you have done all day. Exhaling to release. From me to you, thank you for joining me. Namaste.